The information shared on the Self-Care with Gene Edelman podcast, including the Kitchen with Gene series, is intended for informational and educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Please consult your doctor or qualified healthcare professional before beginning any diet or nutrition plan to ensure it is appropriate for your individual health needs and circumstances.
Hi, I'm Gene Edelman. For decades, I've been a student of the healing arts: Reiki, traditional Chinese medicine, homeopathy, acupuncture, plant-based, and macrobiotic cooking. Join me on this journey and hear my thoughts of the week. Well, dear friends, happy 2026. Here we are in January. Man, oh man, I hope you had great holidays, and I hope you're ready to begin the new year. Let's set some intentions. Let's chat about what we learned last year, and then we're going to step back into the kitchen and we're going to learn some new dishes. But let's recap last year real quick. The first element that I shared was having awareness about our food, our environment, and creating a strong why, a why for our health and our self-care. The second element of health was committing to our choices, especially when we're out with others. And I bet we had a lot of tests over the holidays. I know we didn't make all the right choices. I know we didn't. But we bounced back the next day and we got back to our routine and our better eating. Our third understanding in the elements of health is understanding how food is either alkaline or acidic and how that is affecting our overall health. Element 4 is embracing our seasonal changes. And now we are in winter and we're going to want all those cozy, warm, nurturing, and nourishing foods. Element 5 was we learned some new cooking methods: steaming, blanching, water sauté. I hope you incorporated them into some of your cooking this year. And then our sixth element was sitting down to eat, chew, and how important this is to our health, because eating is actually an opportunity to relax, because when we chew, we create saliva, and those enzymes properly break down our food, which begins the nourishment to our body. So all these are pieces of our health and how we can help our self-care. And that's what we did last year. So this year, I want to step back into the kitchen, and everything is Adzuki beans. And that's Adzuki. And I know you may not have heard about these. What I loved about my macrobiotic studies was I was always learning about new foods and how to incorporate them into my overall cooking. And I have loved Adzuki beans all these many years. So let me just talk to you about Adzuki beans, and then you'll be able to download 3 wonderful recipes. Adzuki beans, it's spelled either A-Z-U-K-I or A-D-U-K-I. They're beans. They're small, reddish legumes. They're native of East Asia, and they're widely valued for their versatility in either a sweet or a savory dish. They can have a naturally mild, nutty, subtle, sweet flavor. And this profile explains why we can use them in such a variety of dishes. So culturally, the Adzuki belongs to East Asia, especially Japan, China, and Korea. And they have wonderful festive dishes that they always enjoy during the new year. One is a sticky rice with steamed Adzuki beans. But we all have our traditions, and this is just one for the Adzuki bean. The culinary uses, because of their unique sweetness, makes them a primary ingredient for desserts. And I'm going to share one dessert with you, actually 2 desserts with you this week. I don't know if you've ever heard of mochi or mooncakes or steamed buns, but Adzuki beans are wonderful in all 3 of these types of dishes. We use them in savory soups, stews, chilies, because it's a high-protein plant-based substitute for meat. The preparation, unlike many other dried beans, is because Adzuki has thin skins, we don't have to soak them. So they're really easy to work with. You just wash them and put them in your dish. But let's talk about some of the nutritional benefits, because they are a nutrient-dense superfood offering a wide range of health benefits. So first is our protein and fiber. We need this wonderful protein that's provided by the Adzuki beans. It helps our muscle mass, promotes and aids digestion, and helps manage our weight because it helps us feel full. And it's a wonderful bean to add to our dishes. Adzuki beans contain at least 29 different types of antioxidants, including our polyphenols. This helps fight cell damage and chronic disease. The minerals in Adzuki beans are magnesium, copper, zinc, potassium. These are all essential for bone health, muscle function, and blood pressure control. Adzuki beans are also rich in B vitamins, particularly folate and B9. This is a real powerhouse food. And also our heart health, because it's high in fiber and potassium, it can also help lower our LDL, help with our cholesterol, our blood pressure, which helps with our heart disease. In regards to diabetes management, because of their high protein and fiber content, this can help manage our blood sugar levels. The Adzuki beans are healthy, they're versatile, you can get them canned, you can get them dried, and I hope that you'll dive into my downloads because I'm going to share with you Adzuki bean chocolate cake, Adzuki bean sweet potato stew, and Adzuki bean matcha energy bites. So dive into your Adzuki beans. Let's review what we learned last year with slowing down, having a why, chewing, our different cooking methods, and let's see if we can incorporate our new friend and our new food, Adzuki beans, because you can make it sweet, you can make it savory, but any way you cook it, they are delicious and they're good for us. Next week on Self-Care with Jean, we're refreshing, renewing, and choosing our word for the year, balance. Learn how small, realistic goals, mindful movement, and simple breaths can bring more peace and joy into our days. Join me next week, and let's start the year with an intention of balance. Remember, my friend, that this is Earth School. We are here to love ourselves, love each other, and life comes from us and life is for us. Enjoy the winter. Slow down. Enjoy these cold, maybe rainy, snowy days. Don't plan a lot. Just plan time for yourself, your family, and what is absolutely important to you. Have a beautiful week, my friends. Welcome to the new year. I look forward to spending time together.